Hello, everyone. So Tinubu signs controversial electoral bill into law despite protests. Let me just state here that when Aisha Yusufu was protesting against the change of national anthem, that bill that was passed into law, just woke up hurriedly passed into law, everything. Many people saw Aisha Yusufu as oh, she's a troublemaker. She too dey do. What's wrong with herself? Who does she think she is? Is she the only Nigerian? After all, it has been passed into law. There's nothing. Even when I refuse to stand to that Tinubu's anthem. Oh this, oh that, oh whatever. I hope you guys are all seeing it now. And I said it then. It was never at the anthem. I don't care. If Nigeria decides to make it national anthem, ha ha ha, hee, oh. We'll all stand up and say, ha ha ha, hee hee, ho. But it should be what the people want. Not that somebody woke up one day and decided he didn't like the sound of something. And just because he had rigged the election to become president, pam, pack up, he changes it. But it was testing ground for Tinubu. Tinubu needed to test the ground and see how he can weaken the people, weaken the resolve of the people, weaken the minds of the people, weaken the people's capacity to fight back. And that was it. And you use something very, very harmless, just to say, yes, change of national anthem. Who does it really affect? It doesn't affect your money. It doesn't affect your pocket. It doesn't affect your life. It's just change of national anthem. Why don't you just sing it? That's how it is. People usually start with those kind of things. But then, here we are today. The electoral act that people are shouting about, that no, there's a particular section you need to change. Don't want that. He has removed it. The real section that is going to ensure that transparency, Baka, Tinubu has signed it into law. It within 20 hours of it being passed. It was passed within 20 hours. Baka, it has been signed. So this is it. Because you mentally and psychologically accepted a passing of the bill when they did the national anthem on that was harmless, you cannot even get a mental outrage, because it's like, but he did it before now. What was the big deal because he does this one? So that is it. Before you get to a place where you now turn to people into complete slaves, you come gradually, gradually, gradually. Just like that thing they say that when you have a frog, you put it in water and you start boiling the water, the frog keeps adjusting, adjusting, adjusting until one day it's dead. But if the water was boiling and you drop the frog, it will jump out, right? But because the water is cold, you just put the fire little by little, you just start warming up, the frog is adjusting, adjusting, and then the frog wakes up one day dead. That's the same thing. So all the things is to be putting them little by little, but your mentality is accepting it, your mindset is accepting it, everything, and then you woke up one day, really hard things are done to you. You can't even say or do anything. That's where we are today. So when I was talking about that electoral art and co, yeah, I wasn't just a mad woman. I was saying this is testing ground, and those were the words I kept using. Testing ground for Tinubu. This is testing ground for Tinubu. This is testing, and it's actually really testing it. The development follows the passage of the bill by the National Assembly on Tuesday after months of intense deliberation, public scrutiny, and political debates across the country. Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday signed into law the controversial Electoral Act 2022, repeal and reenacted Bill 2026. The development follows the passage of the bill by the National Assembly on Tuesday after months of intense deliberation, public scrutiny, and political debates across the country. This tells you that this is the bill that Tinubu wanted and the way he wanted it. That's why usually when National Assembly will bring such a thing, the presidency will sit down to scrutinize it, check it, be sure. No, this one is already there, this thing now. It's already there. Or probably as you are talking now, they've already smuggled in things. And you saw what happened with the tax bill. They smuggled things in, they passed it into law, they did whatever they want to do, and that was it. They didn't care. This is why I talk about the National Assembly. We are so focused on who becomes president, who becomes governor. We forget the legislative arm of government. Those ones are more, they have the ones with the power. There is no how Tinubu can get that law if the National Assembly does not pass it. The National Assembly is very, forget the issue of assent or whatever. And if the National Assembly pass a law, even if a president does not sign, they can do to third and assent to it. So that tells you everything you need to know. You want a new constitution, you want to have referendum, you want to have whatever it is that you talk about. Oh, people talk about resource control, people talk about regional government, it's all at the National Assembly and the state houses of assembly. The half of the time we are busy. We send it anyhow people that don't care, that can't fight for Nigeria. Some are coming to cry to you. See the number of people that signed against that is very few. And they are not up to 20. The rest we're signing for. You send people to National Assembly, they want to vote Senate president, they are giving people money. Person that collected money to vote a Senate president, do you think the person will ever have mouth to be able to do anything? He will never. He will never have capacity to say, oh, this Senate president is not doing well, let's impeach him. Or let's remove him. He can never. That's where we find ourselves. If we want to begin to fix this Nigeria, we have to start from the legislative arm of government. It's so critical. We cannot afford to have anyhow kind of people in that place. People will sit and come and start making excuses to you and come and start telling you why they cannot do things. There have also been protests in Abuja against the passage of the controversial bill. Sahara reporters previously reported that the Nigerian Senate on Tuesday passed the Electoral Act 2022 Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2026 following hours of tense deliberations, procedural disputes, and a heated row over Clause 60, which deals with the electronic transmission of election results. Proceedings took a dramatic turn when Senator Enyinaya Abaribe, ADC Abia, demanded a division on Clause 60, triggering a rowdy session in the upper chamber. However, the demand immediately split the chamber and exposed deep divisions among lawmakers over the future of electronic voting processes in Nigeria. Just yesterday, Tinubu and co were in ACN. Was it very long ago, over a decade, they were asking for electronic voting. Today, they think they are illegitimately in power. It will not this. They will soon leave that place. And the people voting for this thing, more than 50% of them are not coming back. It's a normal this thing. They won't come back. Then they will not find out that what they've done to themselves. They will not be at the place where they are looking for transparent election for them to get themselves in. China's TV reports that Senate President Godswill Akpabio said he was under the impression that the demand for a division of the clause had earlier been withdrawn. His position, however, was fiercely contested by opposition senators, who insisted that the issue was still alive and must be subjected to a formal vote. Deputy Senate President, this one is just rubbish that I'm just listening to these people, calling these people that don't have this. But at the end of the day, as citizens of Nigeria, all of this nonsense happening, we caused it. There's no wahala. 2027 election, it has already started, and it's fight for our lives. And this is the time we must make sure that the power comes back to the people. Whatever it takes, Nigerians must be willing to put their lives on the line. Otherwise, they will continue to live a life of slavery where their lives will still be on the line. Thank you for watching.